Have you told her?
I wanted to tell you first, man to man.
Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon characters. Number 10, Joffrey Baratheon.
So long as I am your king, treason shall never go unpunished. Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
The ultimate villain and a product of Cersei and Jaime's incestuous relationship, Joffrey is a spoiled, vicious brat who finds entertainment and glee in the suffering of others. He's particularly partial to choosing a victim and repeatedly exposing him or her to every horrific whim that crosses his mind. Actually, we can't think of a single character that has been more universally despised than the Half-Pint Prince. But that's what makes him great. The fact that he can simply walk into a room and cause stomachs to turn in rage and disgust means he's onto something. This little psychopath is another character we just love to hate.
This one's your father. This one here. Look at it and see what happens to traitors.
Number 9, Alicent Hightower. Although some events seem to paint her as a villain, Alicent is far too deep a character to fit so neatly in a category.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either. When I wish to talk with him, I know that I must make the effort.
She begins as Rhaenyra's best friend before her father ruins it by coercing her into marriage. As she grows older, the confines of her situation begin to tighten. This plays a major role in increasing the divide between her and Rhaenyra. As Viserys consistently favors Rhaenyra over Alicent and her children, Alicent grows more impatient and vindictive. Yet despite it all, she still cares immensely for her childhood friend. With the onset of war coming closer to a boiling point, Alicent craves a peaceful solution. She's a flawed, complicated character.
We're both mothers. And we love our children. We have more in common than we sometimes allow.
Number 8, Rhaenys Targaryen.
You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison. Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
Known as the Queen Who Never Was, it's said by some that Rhaenys would have been a better choice as ruler than Viserys. Throughout the first season, that's regularly shown to be the case. She's incredibly wise, whether it's informing Rhaenyra on the sad truth of the realm or lecturing her husband on how to run his house. She also knows the importance of a show of strength, sending a pretty powerful message to the Greens with her dragon. While the men of the realm are constantly bickering or at each other's throats, Rhaenys is logical and calm. Honestly, she deserves a lot better than what she gets. Number 7, Viserys Targaryen.
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals, and the Rhaenyra, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm.
The first season's king may not be perfect when it comes to decision-making, but he is nonetheless one of the most captivating characters. After inheriting the realm during its greatest time of peace, Viserys does his best to hold everything together. Unfortunately, there's only so much he can do. His peaceful nature certainly rubs some family members the wrong way, though he's shown to have his own form of strength. This is especially the case when it comes to his unwavering loyalty to his daughter Rhaenyra. He is a wonderful father to her, which is more than most characters in Westeros can say. Anchored by a phenomenal performance by Paddy Considine, he will truly be missed.
Daemon was not made to wear the crown, but I believe that you were.
Number 6, Jon Snow.
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death.
His personal history may be under debate, but we can confirm that Jon Snow is one of Game of Thrones' most popular characters. Known as the bastard son of arguably the most honorable man ever to appear on the show, Jon is the character that makes us care about the Night's Watch, the target of envy and disgust from some of the elders of his order. He's undoubtedly the future of the Brotherhood.
I talk like a wildling. I ate with the wildlings. I climbed the wall with the wildlings. I lay with a wildling girl.
Assuming he can drag them kicking and screaming from the grip of certain death. It's this loyalty that forces him to walk away from Ygritte, the woman he loves, and more importantly, the woman who loves him.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Number 5. Arya Stark.
Fine little blade. Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
Arya is the little badass who's impossible not to love, ripped away from her family so she'll survive. This untamed tomboy spends the bulk of her childhood running for her life and watching those she loves. Whether friends or family meet their doom, Arya uses the brutality in her life to fuel her inner strength to the point where we come to believe she's truly going to kill all those names on her list. Hopefully someday she'll finally be reunited with the sister that is her polar opposite, Sansa, before one or both of them is no longer with us. Number 4. Rhaenyra Targaryen. Arguably the main character of the show, Rhaenyra Targaryen is given more depth than most others.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
Only because none of them has ever held my position. And maybe the Princess of Dragonstone, but I'm useless.
Both Millie Alcock and Emma Darcy deliver stellar performances, each capturing Rhaenyra's ideals and desires at different moments in her life. While adventurous and independent in her youth, Rhaenyra grows up to be steadfast with her own strong sense of justice. No matter the time period, Rhaenyra never fails to charm us.
Princess Rhaenyra.
I'm Queen Rhaenyra now. And you all are traitors to the realm.
Making us cheer her on through every dangerous moment. It's no wonder Viserys lets her get away with so much. Still, as delightful as she can be, there's also a determination in her that we cannot help but admire. Given how the season ends, that should make her enemies very scared. Number 3. Daemon Targaryen.
You wear a crown. Do you also call yourself king?
Once we smash the Triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea.
While some of the show's staff were confused by the demon's positive reception, we simply can't get enough of him. There are moments where he can be cruel, vicious, and unforgiving, but there are others when he's shown to be passionate, caring, and, dare we say it, kind. That type of layered characterization is why we fell in love with Game of Thrones in the first place. All the while, Daemon is uplifted by an engaging performance from Matt Smith, who truly understands what makes the character tick.
Wed her to me. When I offered up my crown, you said I could have anything. I want Rhaenyra. I'll take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
Every moment had us enthralled, from committing cold-blooded murder to a simple act of kindness towards his feeble brother. I hope Season 2 gives us plenty more Daemon scenes to gush over.
If you swear fealty now, only to later turn your cloaks, know that you will die screaming.
Number 2. Daenerys Targaryen.
Do you know the common tongue?
No. Beginning the show under the thumb of the men around her, Dany has gone through one of the most striking character transformations on the series as she unleashes the warrior spirit within her after her marriage to Khal Drogo, becoming perhaps the most formidable leader in the world. Beloved by her supporters and feared by her enemies, she, her followers, and her dragons cast a shadow over the 7 kingdoms from halfway across the globe. Fully capable of decimating her enemies in vicious fashion, it is Khaleesi's attempts at graciousness and kindness that set her apart from the leaders around her. Number 1. Tyrion Lannister.
I'm not threatening the king, sir. I am educating my nephew. Bronn, the next time Sir Meryn speaks, kill him.
Who are we kidding? There was never any chance that the black sheep of the Lannister family could have been in any spot but the top one.
Put your pinched little head atop a gate somewhere. Might be quite amusing.
Smart, funny, and tenacious when the chips are down, Tyrion is a leader of men who may have 1 or 2 vices.
I made the bold men cry. Into the turtle stew, which I do believe my sister ate. At least I hope she did.
Unfortunately, he was born in a time when being a man of his size prevents him from getting the respect he clearly deserved.
You're talking to a king!
And now I've struck a king. Did my hand fall from my wrist?
Known as the Imp or the Half-Man. What Tyrion lacks in size, he more than makes up for in intelligence, judgment, and vision. And that's why our allegiance will always lie with him. Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite character in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon? Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.